Hello, welcome back. You are in for a treat, one of my favourite days. This is the day we get to build a character. And we're building a character for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. We're going to do a champion. So my suggestion to you is turn on your brain and grab some food, some drink, make sure you're comfortable. I'm going to put up a poll. Feel free to take part in that poll. Fred, you are correct. You are on time. Well done. Certainly an achievement. It's kind of amazing that it even happens nowadays, right? Considering the notifications on YouTube. In any case, let's get straight into this because we want to make a champion. Now, I am ready to go. I'm going to unplug myself so I don't have to hear myself. That's always nice if I don't have to listen to my own voice. And we'll get started, shall we? Hi, welcome to How to RPG. My name is Fred Wheeler, and today I want to talk about role-playing games. It's actually Pathfinder. We're looking at Pathfinder. So what I thought it would be nice to do is to build a champion for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. We're going to use some software for this. I think the first thing I need to point out is, what the heck is a champion? Well, this is the paladin. This is the concept that Pathfinder's chosen to pursue, and rather than call it a paladin, which I don't think is copyright. I don't believe that you can copyright the concept of the paladin, but that's what we're working on today. I'm going to be using a software package which I've used before called the Wanderer's Guide for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So if you are unfamiliar with that particular package, I totally understand. That's why there is a link down in the description so that you can make a character, and it is very much like D&D Beyond. It's very easy to use, it is completely free, and it gives you access to all of the options, not just some of the options. You get access to all of the options, which for those of you who like to have more options, you've got them. How's it going, D&D Homebrew? Hi Kevin, how are you? Great to see you talking about Pathfinder. I've been talking about Pathfinder for more than a month now, and I probably will talk about Pathfinder more. In fact, I will probably wind up doing some rules videos on Pathfinder eventually. But since I need to sort of, I'm coming to the end of my patience with D&D-esque or D&D clones, and Pathfinder is a D&D clone, I'm ready to sort of do something else very shortly. But we'll get there eventually, I'm sure. So this is the website. The website requires you have a Google account or a Reddit account. I'm getting rid of the hat. I'm already feeling claustrophobic. Somebody has already decided on the name of our character, our champion. Hello, Overboard. How you doing? Okay, fine. We'll that's what we'll do. You've already. I was going to ask. Let's have a character name, but it looks like somebody's already come up with some character names. So press the little button that has a little image of a person and a plus, and this starts our process of building our character name. So I like to still figuring it out. Look, I'm still figuring out Pathfinder. Pathfinder, I know people might hate me saying this, but Pathfinder looks to me like Dungeons and Dragons 4e, frankly. It looks like a very codified version. It looks like Dungeons and Dragons 4e to me. So I which is really funny. Hashtag. What is the character's name? So I'm going to put that in. Feel free to chuck your names in there. But since I've already been given a name, I'm going to use that one for now. I might change it if I see somebody put something else in that I like more. Let's have a look here. So Slashimus Maximus. By the way, we build characters with the YouTube live audience. If you hadn't figured it out, this is what I do here. On this day, this is what we do. And so that means the audience will often be quite humorous in their selection. If you haven't figured it out, we're just here to have a good time, okay? Yes, absolutely. Other people can certainly suggest names. I've just put this down since you've already moved us forward. I will explain things very quickly as I normally do. So we can select our level here. I've already selected level 1, so we're only going to build to level 1. This is just to sort of get you started. We can select any of the books we want. So we can turn on all this stuff if we wanted to, but we're not going to. We're just going to use the core book, which honestly has got enough stuff to wade through as it is. Okay. Otherwise, this live stream, which is a character build with a piece of software, would take hours. You can go and check it out and play around with it all you like. So we're going to use just the core rules. And I'm going to leave on auto detect prerequisites because we've found that's very useful for making sure that I've done everything I'm supposed to. And then we've got our class archetypes are here as well. Okay, but plenty of options, plenty of books, and all available. This isn't beta. It's not the final product. I have not seen or come across any bugs so far. I think almost, there may have been one bug, but it didn't actually cause any major problems at all, much to my surprise. So then we hit the little arrow button and move on. You'll notice all of our ability scores are all exactly the same when we start off. They're all 10. You don't roll for them. You don't do point buy. You don't do standard array or anything like that. It's a different system. We're going to be getting our boosts to our ability scores as we progress. So first choice coming up. As it thinks, I will drink some water. Next, okay, here we go. We're going to select an ancestry. I'm going to tell you what the ancestries are in a second, but hashtag pick an ancestry. There we go. Pick your ancestry. I will tell you what your choices are. They are dwarf, elf, gnome, goblin, halfling, human. Remember, we're building a champion, which is like a paladin, so you have to figure out what you want to do here. I'm not going to tell you all the stats or the information about these character classes, because honestly, I don't think it matters that much, okay? We can build a character around anything. One of the first things I discovered about Pathfinder is that it's very open. It doesn't set a lot of restrictions. There's a pretty open playing field for this game, and character creation is very much an open playing field. One of the things you might be curious about is there's no multi-classing in the system. Like, there's no multi-classing at all. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Overboard is a patron and also a moderator. Thank you for being here. The patrons are the ones that make sure that this program keeps happening every single week. We wind up building a character for something else. Sounds like races. Yes. So ancestries are races or species. You just need to decide which one you want to have. Dwarf, elf, gnome, goblin, halfling, human. And for those of you who don't know, D&D Homebrew, Kevin, he has a YouTube channel that deals with talking about role-playing games in general. And Kevin's probably far more popular than I am. It's true, Kevin. You're probably far more popular than I am nowadays. I have fallen out of favour. Okay, dwarf, because I think we need one, and haven't had one in a while, and halfling. Well, I'm going to roll a dice and roll it off. So for the dwarf, Fred Hubbard, that you suggested, it's going to be 1 to 10. 11 to 20 is going to be the halfling that Kevin suggested. And we get a 1. So it will be dwarf today. We will dwarf it. It tells you all the information you need. It's very nicely laid out. You get a black screen rather than a white screen. Explains your boosts, your flaws, your languages, senses, and all the rest. So we'll just scroll on down here. You can see there's a lot of information that's explained. We will confirm it. Now, we have another choice. As part of being a dwarf, you get a heritage. It is true, Kevin. It is true. It is very, very true. Hashtag pick a heritage. Heritage. Okay. Did I write that down correctly? I think I did. Pick a heritage. I'll tell you what they are. What's that? I don't know D&D Homebrew, so Fred is more popular to me. I'm sure yeah, trust me. You go check out Kevin's stuff. Honestly, you'll start to realize almost immediately. Okay, Kevin's more popular than I am. Now, ancient blood dwarf. We could have an ancient blood dwarf. We could have a death ward dwarf. We could have a forged dwarf, a rock dwarf, a strong blood dwarf. Which one would you like, people? Because we got a few more things to select. So while you're deciding, so the Ancient Blood Dwarf, the Death Ward Dwarf, Death Ward Dwarf, God Lord, Death Ward Dwarf, right, Forge Dwarf, Rock Dwarf, Strong Blood Dwarf. Whew, God, got there. Next, we're going to do an ability score boost, one for our ancestry, and then we're also going to do 2 when we get our background, and 4 when we get our class. So there's a lot of boosting of your ability score, so don't worry about your numbers just yet. Fred is being humbled. Strong-blooded is fine. Done. That was nice and easy. Has been selected. Okay, scrolling down here, we need to select an ancestry feat. This is not like feet. It's not like, can I have hairy feet or big feet or anything like that. It's a different type of feet. So hashtag pick a feat. So what are the feats? We've got Dwarven Law. I don't know exactly that much about it. Dwarven Weapon Familiarity. God, familiarity. God, why can't I get my mouth around that? The Rock Runner. Stone Cunning, probably is exactly what you think it is. An Unburdened Iron and Vengeful Hatred. Whew, seems pretty serious. You want smelly feet? Well, there's nothing here indicating smelly feet. Dwarven Law, the Dwarven Weapon, Familiarity, the Rock Runner, the Stone Cunning, the Unburdened Iron, and the Vengeful Hatred. Vengeful Hatred. I feel like there's some issues going on there. Is our dwarf slightly corrupted in some way? Does anybody really want smelly feet? Dear. So once we've made this choice, we're going to do a boost. Now you'll have already noticed Vengeful Hatred. All right, let's do Vengeful Hatred. I was waiting for a vote, so there it is. It's done. There you go. Vengeful Hatred has been confirmed by Joe as well. So we're Vengeful Hatreding this little sucker. Let's go down here, and you'll notice a few things. You get some boosts that are automatic. So as a dwarf, you get a boost to your wisdom. So instead of being 10, it's now 12, and your constitution gets a boost. So instead of it being a 10, it's now a 12. But you also get a floor. It's built out into the processes. You get something that drops down. That means your charisma goes down by 2. So you'll see instead of a 10, it's now an 8. All that being said, we get to boost one of our ability scores. Okay, we get to choose one. Now, it cannot be wisdom or constitution, I'm pretty sure. Wisdom and constitution are not on the cards as a thing wisdom we can boost. So let's hashtag come on, phone, wake up. Okay, all right. What ability score do we boost? All right, you'll let me know. So the deal is here, it's going to go up by 2. So we can go strength, dexterity, intelligence, or charisma. We cannot boost wisdom or constitution because they have already been boosted automatically as part of this ancestry or race or species. Okay, strength, done. That was easy. I am happy with that. We have dark vision, apparently. Senses, there it is. So now that we've done this, we can move on. And we need to pick a background. Now, my gosh, do they give you a lot of different backgrounds? Hashtag. I will read them out to you. Pick a background. This game has got so many. In the core rules, you get a lot. You get Acolyte, Acrobat, Animal Whisperer, Artisan, Artist, Barkeep, Barrister, Bounty Hunter, Charlatan, Criminal, Detective, Emissary, Entertainer, Farmhand, Field Medic, Fortune Teller, Gambler, Gladiator, Guard, Herbalist, Hermit, Hunter, Labourer, Martial Discipline Acrobatics, Martial Discipline Athletics, Merchant, Miner, Noble, Nomad, Prisoner, Sailor, Scholar, Scout, Street Urchin, tinker, and warrior. You want a beggar. You want a mushroom farmer. Right, well, we're going to have to roll off on this mushroom farmer and this beggar. I'm fine with there being a beggar. Oh, I like bounty hunter. All right, now I'm rolling 6-sided dice. Let's grab myself a 6-sided dice and we'll split it. Where's my 6-sided dice? Okay, so for the beggar, it's 1 to 2. For the mushroom farmer, it is going to be 3 to 4. And the bounty hunter, we're definitely going to be going with the 5 to 6. Okay, what did I roll? I rolled a 1. That's a beggar. All right, Fred gets the beggar. Where's our beggar? I think that's just street urchin, basically, isn't it? It's a beggar. Street urchin. Yeah, it'll be that one. Yeah, great. We're a street urchin. Street urchin. Made our way up. Got to our point. We're happy now. Street urchin. Now, as you will notice, we get to boost 2 of our ability scores, and we get a lore type as well, which we'll type in a second. So we'll figure that out. But let's do the boosts. Hashtag. What ability scores do we boost? Now we're boosting 2, and yes, you can boost strength again. Okay, at this point, not maybe in the first choice, but in the second choice, yes, you can boost strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. We can't boost the same ability score twice when we're picking our background ability boosts. They have to be 2 separate boosts. Okay, so you've got charisma. So we want charisma, and what's the second one going to be? That's the question. Is like I need to know what the second one is as well. And dex. All right, so we're boosting dex, and we're boosting charisma. All right, so let's go dex for initiative. All right, and charisma, and then lore. I'm assuming people want. It looks like there's a lot of mushroom talking going on here. Is that what sort of lore? What lore do we want? Hashtag. What lore do we want? Now, I get the distinct feeling that it's all about the mushrooms at present, unless we're not into mushrooms. You'll tell me. Hello, Shiner81. How's it going? Oops, doesn't affect initiative in Pathfinder. That's right. Dexterity doesn't affect initiative in Pathfinder. If you wanted to change it, you let me know. Okay, because I marked down dexterity because you said dexterity. If you want to change that, just let me know now. Begging for mushrooms. Here, I knew this. We're back to mushrooms again. Mushrooms. Kevin, you started this again. Do you know how long it's taken me ages to get my followers to stop talking about mushrooms, and you've brought them right back there again. Yeah, mushrooms and their abuses. Tell his buddies. God. Okay, so we can change out dexterity if you decide that you don't want the dexterity. We can put something else there. You just need to tell me what you want it to be. Okay. Otherwise, we will move on. We don't have to move on, but we can move on. I would be happy to move on. I'll drink some water while you think about it, people. Otherwise, it's charisma and dexterity right now. I will warn you that wearing armor definitely requires a decent strength. So if you want to actually wear armor with your champion, which is basically a paladin, you're going to need to be reasonably strong. Otherwise, it's not going to work out too well. Remember, after this, we only get to boost 1 more time. So, yeah. Do we need better wisdom? Well, we've got a wisdom of 12, and we've got a charisma of 10. We've got an intelligence of 10, a constitution of 12, a dex of 12 right now, and a strength of 12. So bear in mind your dex modifier with your heavier armor does not get added to your armor class if that's what you were thinking. And yes, dexterity I don't believe is related to going strength. I kind of figured this might be the way where we were going. All right, so that's fine. Where are we? So if I go here, all right, okay, so it's Dex or Constitution, and then it's Charisma. Okay, so we can't actually go Strength and then Charisma, because if I go Strength here, I can't do Charisma. So what we'll do is we'll do Con. Is that right? And we'll do Charisma. Kind of going in between, I guess. All right, so that's that one done. Let's push again. Next, over to our class. We'll pick our class. You're not selecting this. I'm picking this today. There we go. There's our champion. All our information on our champion is listed. We can read through that if we have time, but we're not doing it right now. And we select it. Okay, now we have some choices to make. Scrolling down, our key ability. We can go strength or we can go dex based. Okay, you decide. Now, one of the first things you need to know is choosing your key ability will give you a boost. Okay. Hashtag. What key ability? Oh, come on. What key ability score do we want to use for the champion? So you can make a champion that is dex or strength. It is possible. Okay, strength seems like a good idea. Ranged weapons on dex. Okay. So, look. I mean, I'm happy to go back and change it to dex if we need to. Okay. So, decide. Are we going to go a strength-based champion or a dex-based champion? I can always trim off the constitution boost. That's always a possibility. Okay. So I believe they will need decent charisma. I believe they will need decent charisma. I'm not entirely sure completely. I mean, remember, it is all based off. There's a few choices to make here, isn't there? Okay. All right. We're going to go strength. Okay, we'll do strength. Okay. All right. Next. Skills. We get to pick 2 skills. Hashtag. Pick 2 skills. What other skills do you get to choose from? Well, you've got a huge number of skills you can choose from. You can have acrobatics, arcana. You can have athletics, crafting, deception, diplomacy, intimidation, medicine, nature, occult, performance. We've already got religion as a skill. You can have society, stealth, survival. We already have thievery and mushroom law. Mushroom law. So yeah, you just need to let me know what skills you'd like, and I will add them in. Taking those choices. So yeah, almost immediately you'll start to notice that this program's walked you through almost everything. Okay, athletics, let's do that. Done. Next one. Diplomacy, done. Thank you. I smell, guessing, mushroom smelling. All right. Let's keep going. And our next choices. We're going to do some boosting. We're going to boost. We've got 4 ability scores we have to boost. Hashtag. What ability scores do we boost? The boost is 2 by 2 points. Right now, our strength is 14. Our dex is 10. Our constitution is 14. Our intelligence is 10. Our wisdom is 12. Our charisma is 10. Okay, so you've just got to decide what it's going to be. We have 4 boosts that we can do. We can't boost the same score more than once, okay, while we're doing our class boosts. So you get 4 to boost. You just need to make a decision about which ones to boost. Strength, con, charisma. Well, okay, well, let's go strength. Somebody votes something else. I still need a 4th choice. Strength. Okay, well, Overboard agrees with strength. Con. We'll do con again. So our con is pretty high. And you said charisma. Charisma. Fine. And what's the last one going to be? We've got charisma. Okay, I put down charisma. So Kevin agrees with that. What's our last one? Because we get 4 boosts. Okay, I need something else. Do you want dexterity? Do you want wisdom? I mean, you tell me. I'm not making the decisions. I'm just driving the truck, and you tell me whether to go left, right, or go straight ahead. Right now, I need you to make a decision. There's a fork in the road. Okay, I don't want to crash into the lamppost. Dex it is. There we go, Shiner. Thank you very much. Done. Next, we're going to choose a class feat. There are a few. Oh, what's this? These crosses must mean something. Let us press them down. Prerequisite. Paladin cause. Oh, well, so we can't take them. Have I got to take a clause? A code? Maybe I'll select the code first and then come back. That might solve a few of our problems. Let's do that first. I was going to do that, but maybe not. Okay. What's our code? Oh, tenets of good. Well, let's put that down first. There's no real selection there. There's just, you just pick that. Choose a champion's code. That one. All right. Okay. Moving on. Choose a deity and cause. Okay, so we get 3 choices. It's all right. You can type slow. I'm just trying to go fast. That's all. Okay. Choose. Hashtag. Choose. Choose a deity. All right, what do we get? Liberator is chaotic good. Paladin is lawful good. Redeemer is neutral good. So this is like a deity or cause. So we only get 3 choices. You're going to throw mushrooms. Okay, well, beware those who do not avoid the thrown mushroom. These are exploding mushrooms that then poison you while they try to feed you at the same time. So yeah, choose a deity. Liberator, chaotic good, paladin, lawful good, redeemer, neutral good. I don't quite understand how that choice works. Those choices are a little odd. But yeah, well, maybe it'll become clearer later on. Who knows? Low do. I can't wait forever, so make some choices. Otherwise, I just pick something. I'm picking up my dice otherwise, and I'll make a choice myself. Either that or it's the lag on YouTube's part. Okay, what are we going to be doing after this? And we don't have to make any choices there. We'll be doing our class feat, which looks like Redeemer. Done it. Thank you. Lovely. Redeemer. Nice. Thank you very much. That's good. We're going to pick a skill. All right, we're picking another skill, people. Hashtag. Oh, somebody said intimidation last time, so we'll just tick that. We'll just tick up the intimidation. Didn't somebody else already? Yeah, I'm sure somebody had picked intimidation before. So we'll just pick that now. And then we're going to go up, and I believe we had to pick a class feat, but I'm pretty sure we can only take this one. The crosses mean we can't take it yet. Okay, so let's just select that one. Choose a domain. All right, now we have to pick a domain. Hashtag. Well, people are like the Redeemer, which is good. Okay, hashtag. No, that's 3 hashtags. Hashtag. Pick a domain. Domain. All right, so our domains are air, ambition, cities, confidence, creation, darkness, death, destruction, dreams, earth, family, fate, fire, freedom, healing, indulgence, knowledge, holy shit, luck, magic, might, moon, nature, nightmares, pain, passion, perfection, protection, secrecy, sun, travel, trickery, truth, tyranny, undeath, water, weather, zeal. Fuck me. Are you kidding? That is a lot there. All right. Okay. Let me read them out again. Let me. Air, ambition, cities. These are the domains, people. Air, ambition, cities, confidence, creation, darkness, death, destruction, dreams, earth, family, fate, fire, freedom, healing, indulgence, knowledge, luck, magic, might, moon, nature, nightmares, pain, passion, perfection, protection, secrecy, sun, travel, trickery, truth, tyranny, undeath, water, wealth, zeal, indulgence. All right. So we got one. Somebody said indulgence and somebody said dreams. We're going to roll it off. Indulgence gets 1 to 10, and then 11 to 20 gets the dreams. Okay. All right. It's indulgence. Indulgence it is. All right. We've got it. Oh my gosh. Got to be kidding. I mean, that's a lot of choices to be picking from. Anyway, so I think we've done that all. I think we've done all the choices and selected all the stuff we needed to have. Let's get this little sucker to our character sheet. At this point, we'll know very shortly whether we have actually constructed it correctly, because there will be a little yellow triangle, okay, in the side here, which is not there today because we've actually done everything correctly. Whoa, I'm getting better at this. Okay, so our armor class is actually currently a 14, which means we're not wearing armor right now. We probably want to put some armor on. We can have access to certain things, so let me read this out. We have hit points 23. We have a class DC or difficulty class of 16. We have 1 hero point. Our will saving throw is a 6. Our reflex saving throw is a 4. Our fortitude saving throw is an 8. We get a, what is it? +3 to strength is our modifier, +1 to dex, +3 to constitution, 0 for intelligence, +1 to wisdom, and +1 to charisma. Okay. Perception is +4. All our skills have been calculated for us. We don't have to figure out any of that stuff. That's great. We have access to simple weapons, martial weapons, unarmed strikes, obviously. We get defenses, light armor, medium armor, heavy armor, and unarmored defense. So we don't have to wear armor if we didn't want to. My God, you really? Okay, all right. Is that a... All right, we'll go right next. Divine attacks and divine DCs, languages, common and dwarven. Right, let's buy some gear, shall we? Now, all our actions are listed under the Actions tab, so you just scroll on down and you can see it all. It tells you how it works. You can click them on to see what they say. We'll close that for now. We've got our weapons. Right now, we only have fists and improvised weapons. You want to be a mushroom bender. Ooh. Spells. We have lay on hands and overstuff. Overstuff. I don't know what overstuff is all about. We'll check it out later. Let's do our inventory though. We have 150 silver pieces, and so it's all about, let's get some armor, right? Armor. What sort of armor do we want? What sort of weapons? Hashtag. What armor and weapons do we want? Okay. You start telling me what sort of armor and weapons you want. I will look in the book in a second to sort of read out what they're sort of floating around there. I don't think there's going to be a rabbit in here. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a problem finding a rabbit. And then hashtag what gear do we want? Okay. Right. If I open the book to the equipment section, which is 270, which is ridiculous. This book is massive. 270. And to give you a... Where is it? Yeah, okay, here we go. So, armor. For those of you who are wondering, can we get full plate? It's a good question. I don't think we can afford full plate. Because full plate armor is for level 2. It says level 2. We might be able to get half plate. Or split mail. We might be able to get split mail out the gate. I mean, that might be a possibility. Armor. So let's go. I'm pretty sure that full plate is not an option. Yeah, level 2. There's a restriction. You have to be level 2 to get it, I'm pretty sure. Like consistent, cost is heavy. It helps. Bloody, 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 blah, blah, blah. Check penalties -3. Good lord. We'll reduce our speed. We'll be very, very slow in it. And okay, let's try another one. Let's go with the. I believe half plate might be an option. Let's have a look. Half plate. Level 1. Okay, so well, we might be a bit short on cash for that. Half plate. But if we can actually access it, it's still very heavy, so it will slow us down a lot. And then the next one is split. Is it splint? Splint mail. Okay, there we go. Splint mail. We can afford it. The type of armor is chainmail reinforced with flexible interlocking metal pieces. So there's a -3 check penalty on it. Our speed is reduced again. There's also the possibility of taking breastplate. Breastplate might be a better option in this case. Let's try breastplate. Breastplate has a -2 penalty to our checks, but we get a fairly sizable bonus to our armor class, which is nice. We could still wear shields, so we could put a shield on. Our speed penalty is only reducing it by 5 feet rather than 10 feet, which is probably a big improvement. And we can use some of our dex with our breastplate too, which means we get to add our dexterity modifier bonus, and we do have one. So breastplate might well be a better choice out of all of them. There's really no point going to chain. We're strong enough for both of those. We're not strong enough to wear full plate. So, okay, that's interesting. Good to know that. Breastplate might well be the better option out of all of them. When I think about it in terms of the numbers. Going to chainmail, about the same numbers. It's a little bit cheaper. Kind of does about the same sort of thing, though, doesn't it? We could go chainmail. Chainmail would still be almost identical mathematically. But I guess the problem is, that's chainmail's noisy. It's flexible, but it's also very noisy. That's one of the hassles with this chainmail. So the breastplate still looks like potentially a better option. It's just a bit more expensive for the breastplate. Everybody is still making decisions about what they want to grab. Correct? I get that. I get the impression that people aren't sure. And then we can also buy a shield. There are many types of shields. Wooden, steel. Shields aren't too expensive. And then we need to get ourselves a weapon. Okay. Everybody's got very quiet. I'm going to have a drink of water. What do you guys think? Start throwing some ideas out there. Oh, I'm waiting. No, we're not. A rake. You want a rake. Rake. No rake. There's no rake in the game. How do we get rake? If I can't have a rabbit, I shall pour. You're gonna pour. How many role-playing games include in their adventuring gear rabbit? Catch a rabbit. Shoot a rabbit with a bow. You can have a bow, okay, and you can shoot yourself a rabbit. I can't give you a rabbit. Come on. You're making me wait too long. I'm going to just make some decisions otherwise. All right, fine, breastplate. Fine. Let's just buy the breastplate. A hoe. You want to get a hoe? Oh, come on, people. I know, it's because he's a farmer. He's a mushroom farmer. You want a rake and a hoe. Oh, I get the joke. Oh, I do. I do get the joke. You're very funny, people. Hoe. Look. Horseshoes of speed. Well, you can't have that. That's a magical item. Breastplate. Thank you, Shiner. All right, so we'll get you a shield because you're probably going to want one. What sort of shield do you want to have? Let's go steel shield. It's probably good enough. Let's buy a steel shield. Okay, we've still got a bit of money. What sort of weapon? You want a 10-foot pole? I'm happy to get you a 10-foot pole, but I need to know what sort of weapon you want. What weapon do you want to swing? You can swing any weapon you like. If you want to have a bow so you can shoot rabbits, I'm fine with that. You do have a dexterity bonus, so you might be able, if you want to throw javelins at rabbits, that's cool too. Pole, 10-foot pole. We'll buy the pole. It's nice and cheap. It's like 1 copper. A stabby implement. A stabby implement? Okay, alright. So you want a weapon that you can stab with. Well, there's a lot of them. Look, it's essentially... Are you just saying, Fred, you pick a weapon? Fred, you pick a weapon, not us. Okay, fine. Longsword. Longsword, there we go. How's that? Got a longsword, and you said stabby weapon. Fine, we'll get a stabby. Okay. Net for catching rabbits, of course. I should have guessed. Net. Oh, you are so lucky. There are none. Apparently, Pathfinder doesn't recognize nets. You're going to have to steal a net from a fisherman, okay? Or somewhere else. And we'll get a... Was it a spear? There you go. We'll get you a spear. How's that? A long spear. No, we'll get you just a spear, right? You're a short ass, so let's do this one. Here we go. There's a spear. A kite shield. Oh, you want a kite shield? Well, we probably could got the shotgun kite shield. Is there one? There's a tower shield. There's a buckler, wooden, and steel shields. Kite. I don't think there is a kite shield, but the tower shield's pretty good. No. Tower. Here we go. So there's a tower shield. Look. Error. Uncaught references. Oh, ice. Okay, it's too expensive. That'll be what it is. Yep. We can't afford it. Yeah, it's really expensive, a tower shield, as it happens. Ooh, it doesn't like that at all. Look at that. It's freaked out. Look at that red bar there. The whole website's about to explode. A box with ear holes. Oh, God. I knew. We're going down this. Okay, box. Do we find... No, there's no boxes. What about crate? No crates. A barrel. Let's get you a barrel. No barrels. You're going to have to steal a box. Okay. A long... There we go. Long bow. You can have a long bow. Oh, can't do that. Apparently that's going to be too expensive as well. How much is a longbow? We've got some money. Martial weapons, simple weapons, martial weapons. And then where's the long? Oh, ranged. Javelin, uncommon. Dicer splicers. A small chest. Oh, maybe that's an option. This message here is not helping though. Oh, okay. Look, it's freaking out. Chest. We'll try chest. Oh, I can't even see it now. Oh, it's gone. Oh, and it's back. It's gone. Chest. A wooden chest. Can we buy a wooden chest? I hope. There you go. You've got a wooden chest. Oh, all right. Let's put our armor on. Our armor class is now 17. If you're going to use your shield, you can. But the problem with the shield is, oh no, 18. Armor class is 18. Our shield, you have to. There's a shield action. The shield doesn't come into play unless you actually use it. Okay. What do you got here? Wire to set snares. Okay, small chest with holes. All right. So I think it's pretty clear that the only thing that you guys really want is you want stuff that can catch rabbits. And you want to be able to farm mushrooms. Rabbits and mushrooms. This is where we have come to. It's finally been established that when we do these sort of things, these are the sorts of things we value more than anything else. Straw. You know, if I type in straw, there's not be any straw. Straw, look. Straw. There's no straw, there's no strawberries, okay? You can't feed strawberries to the rabbits. Okay, so that's short bow. Oh, short bow, we could get a short bow. A short bow is like, probably... Yeah, short bow. Short bow. Let's get a short bow. I buy that. Some arrows. I'm encumbered now. Arrow. 10. Buy them. There we go. Alright, now we are desperately encumbered. I'm doing this deliberately. There's pretty much nothing left to spend, so we're all good. So, rabbits to make poo for the farming the mushrooms, of course. How's it going, Itchy? So Itchy, yes. Currently, the party have decided that they would like to have a mushroom farm, and they want to keep rabbits to feed the poo from the rabbits to the mushrooms. Yes. Good to know. All right, so have we finished? We have finished with the inventory. We're not going to go anywhere more, no more inventory for me. Okay, 66 classes. I don't know that you get spells as a paladin, as a champion, should I say, at level 1. 104. Let's have a look. 104. Skills. There'll be a table otherwise, won't there? And that's a giant negatory. Sweet. I love you. I love you, Pathfinder. You have eliminated a choice, so I don't have to worry about that. So good of you. Yeah, so that's fine. Sweet. Okay, that means that character's done. Ta-da! We are encumbered. That might be a little bit of a problem. Let's see if we can move this to. We'll store this. We can't put it in. Well, we don't have. That's the problem. We don't have a backpack. We need a backpack, don't we? Quiver. Quiver. Let's buy the quiver. Buy a quiver. It's a copper piece. It's not a big deal. We'll store that in the quiver. Store. Unstored. Store in the quiver. Move. There we go. That didn't do very much. But it did move it to the quiver. All right. Okay. So there's our arrows. Our arrows are in the quiver. We have a coin pouch. We have. We can probably get rid of this. That wooden chest is weighing us down. Like, you know, people. That chest is really causing some problems. Backpack. Here we go. We buy a backpack. Buy All right, now we're going to put, where's the backpack? We're going to put the chest into the backpack. Ta-da! We can now move easily. We have fixed it. We are no longer encumbered. Oh, thank God for that. Whoa. Yeah. Well, that'll do it. The 10-foot pole is a heavy unit. With several, yeah, with several 10-foot poles, we could build a rabbit run. Yeah, of course you could. I knew this was going to be. All right, so armor class is 18. Shield is +2 if we use our shield. We don't need to worry about spells because we have some spells. Allow on hands is here. Tells us how it works. It looks like it's a little different. Target one willing creature or one undead creature. Your hands become infused with positive energy, healing a living creature or damaging an undead creature with a touch. If you use lay on hands on a willing living creature, you restore 6 hit points. If the target is one of your allies, they also gain a +2 status bonus to armor class for 1 round. Against an undead target, you deal 1d6 damage and must attempt a basic fortitude save. If it fails, it also takes a -2 status penalty to armor class for 1 round. Heightened. Okay, so it's an action to do it. It's got an attack when you're using it as an attack, which is +4 DC, so that'll probably... Okay, interesting. Then what's this overstuff, which is 2 actions. So we get casting a spell, range 1 feet, huge amounts of food and drink, fill the target. Okay, so you can we can food and drink. Is that what we do? It receives a full meal's worth of nourishment and must attempt a fortitude save. Oh my God, are you serious? You fill a living creature with food and drink. What a strange ability. Critical success. The target is unaffected. Success. The target is sickened 1, but it spends an action to end the condition. It succeeds automatically. The target is sickened 1. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. You basically overfeed somebody with this. That is really weird. Let me guess. You're going to overfeed them with mushrooms. That would be my guess. We're going to be overfeeding somebody with our champion with mushrooms. Very good to know. Happy to know that there's room for stuffing people full of mushrooms. I know this is where this is leading. Anyway, it's done. That's how you make a champion. Not too complicated, fortunately. Oh, ay. Okay, so next week we'll come back and we'll build another character for Pathfinder till there's no more character classes to build for Pathfinder, and then we'll move on to a new system because that's how we roll here. I know a few of you are like, are we going to be doing basic D&D, Back Me D&D in the future? Of course we'll do Back Me in the future. I'm getting there, okay? I'm getting more familiar. It'll happen. You're just going to give me some time. I've concluded Sapping Sting is a bad cantrip. It makes the enemy go prone, and you don't know if your teammates will have the initiative to hit him before he stands up. Good to know. Good to know. Here. So, horse and wagon to put the rabbits in while we adventure. Of course, a horse and a wagon. Absolutely. It's on the character sheet. It's done. It's done, Joe. It's done. I know this is where this is the rabbit farming for the mushrooms. Itchy. What do you use for character creation? D&D Beyond? No. So the character creation for this is Pathfinder 2nd edition. So we're actually using a software package called the Wanderer's Guide. So I will give you a link to that if I can find a link. There's a link in the description, but I will also copy the link and chuck it into the chat right now, like so. There we go. The link is there. You now have the link. You have as much as I have. I suspect that we'll be moving on next week and we'll be building a cleric, which means we'll have to do some spell selection. We'll have to select some spells because that's sort of the deal with a cleric. Clerics cast spells, do they not? Well, I certainly hope they do. They certainly still cast spells when I was playing in other versions of the game, and this is a clone, so it should hopefully still be doing something like that. So tomorrow, what am I doing tomorrow? I'm going to be covering Dungeons & Dragons 4e. We'll be covering Magic for Dungeons & Dragons 4e in that live stream. I'll be doing demonstration, explanation, and hopefully answering any questions you have with regard to that. Actually, I love Pathfinder, but never played it. Only in what? In something in video games. Well, we'll be here doing Pathfinder character creation for the tabletop role-playing game for a little while. I still believe we have a few more classes to get through before we are finished. So at least the next month we'll be busy doing Pathfinder, and then we'll move on. But yes, as I said, tomorrow it's all about dealing with Dungeons & Dragons 4e, and then after that, end of the week for me, we'll be doing the final upgrades to the monk for Dungeons & Dragons 5e. So I did a rebuild of the monk to try and fix it, and I have a few ideas. I cast summon mushrooms. Of course you do. So we'll be covering the monk at the end of the week, which is about 2 days away. But tomorrow, D&D 4e. So I'm going to be on Discord very shortly, and you're welcome to come and hang out with me. I'll give you a link to my Discord right now. You need to give me about 5 or 10 minutes just to sort of get myself sorted out before I will be there. But you can come and talk about whatever you want to talk about. Fine with me. I don't mind. But I'll dump it into the live chat now. And then I will leave you. And I will be back tomorrow to cover more role-playing game stuff. It'll be D&D 4e. Woohoo. But that'll be popular. Anyway, hey, I want to say a big, huge thank you to everybody who is a patron who supports me so I can keep running this program. I want to thank those of you who are in the chat and have been feeding me information and helping along. Itchy, F Hubber, Shiner 81, really do appreciate it. Overboard, thank you, Joe, for being here, and anybody who is taking part. Oh, also D&D Homebrew or Kevin. Anybody who's taking part in the poll, commenting on the poll, thank you for doing so. It really does help if people do take part. Otherwise, it's like I'm just doing the live stream on my own. Okay? So, all that stuff really does help. So wherever you are in the world, whether it be the morning, the afternoon, the night, or the wee early morning, okay? Please look after yourself, your family, and your friends. Be nice to your neighbours. And hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s.